Most of us watch anime for great action sequences, mind-blowing stories, mesmerizing artwork. There are several and unique reasons for everyone. But what really hurts us is the death of our favorite characters. In today's video, we are going to cover some of the most tragic deaths of anime characters. I know this is going to be hard for us to revisit those moments, but let's give them a tribute by remembering them. All these characters are equally good, but for the purpose of this video, I'll be assigning some order to them, so guys, don't take it otherwise. Starting with the scene when Ai Hoshino, Oshi no Ko, was stabbed to death at number 10. In Oshi no Ko, Ai Hoshino, a dearest icon and mother, faces a surprising misfortune in her lodging. She was fiercely stabbed in the stomach by her stalker, Ryosuke, who believed that Ai had double-crossed her fans by embracing parenthood. In her last minutes, simulated intelligence shows an unfaltering affection for her fans in any event, guaranteeing her attacker that dedication. The shocking revelation that her mysterious lover, Hikaru, may have orchestrated this tragedy echoes in her children's hearts as she crumbles in front of them. Aqua, Ai's son, is left with a dauntless determination to vindicate his mom's senseless passing, making way for an excursion full of distress and retaliation. The scene is tragic, depicting the effect of Ai's misfortune on her kids and the treachery of her stalker, making it a piercing and grievous episode in Oshi no Ko. Moving on to the next, at number 9, we have the tragic death of Kamina, Tengen Toppa, Gurren Lagann. Kamina's demise in Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is a crucial and profound episode in the series. In episode 8, Kamina, the core of the show, passes on out of nowhere, leaving Simon as the sole hero. The shock of his passing has a profound effect on the plot and the characters. Kamina's non-appearance pushes the story forward and adds to the improvement of Simon's personality. The scene is loaded up with certifiable injury and misfortune, typified by the symbolism and discourse of the anime. Kamina's death is a critical and notorious second in the series, denoting a defining moment in the story and the character's development. In Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, Kamina's death is a devastating and defining scene that sticks with viewers and the story. At number 8, we have another disheartening death of one of the most loved characters of all time, Kyojuro Rengoku, Demon Slayer, Mugen Train. In the tragic peak of Demon Slayer, Mugen Train, Kyojuro Rengoku's death unfolded as a piercing atonement. Regardless of his charming and respectable rank, Rengoku met his death fighting the imposing upper rank 3 demon, Akaza. His relentless devotion to safeguarding innocent passengers left a significant effect, even with restricted screen time. He has given a tough fight to Akaza and almost kills him, but everything goes in vain when Akaza teared up his arms and ran away. Kyojuro Rengoku's defeat, however significantly heartbreaking, reverberates as an essential and effective moment, making a permanent imprint on the storyline and the hearts of Demon Slayer fans. Now comes number 07, one of the best sorcerers of the Jujutsu High, whose death wasn't justified by his caliber. He is none other than Nanami from Jujutsu Kaisen. In a heartbreaking episode during the Shibuya incident, Nanami's dauntless soul faces its definitive test during a showdown with Jogo in Jujutsu Kaisen. Seriously burned close by colleagues Naobito and Maki, Nanami's flexibility wins as he recovers consciousness, undaunted by the horrifying agony. Not entirely set in stone to safeguard others, Nanami goes ahead, thinking about a substitute life in Malaysia amid the turmoil. However, Mahito's discovery shatters this determined struggle, which reaches its devastating conclusion. Mahito inhumanely takes Nanami's life, destroying his upper half. Yuji demonstrates the veracity of this grievous moment, making way for a powerful rematch against Mahito. Nanami's death closes a cherished person's process, as well as impels the story into more obscure domains, promising extraordinary repercussions in the impending episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen. Moving on to the next, at number 06, this comprises the perfect ending to an anime series, the death of Lelouch Lamperouge in Code Geass. It is tragic and worthy at the same time. In the climactic finish of Code Geass R2, Lelouch Lamperouge coordinates a sensational and vague finale, passing on fans to decipher the story's intricacies. As head of Britannia, Lelouch takes on an oppressive persona, surprising everyone around him. However, Zero's Requiem, a grand scheme to put the entire world against him, includes this crucial component. The apex of this plan unfurls during the execution of Lelouch's adversaries, where Suzaku, camouflaged as Zero, mortally wounds Lelouch. This essential move prompts the world to see Zero as a legend, removing Lelouch from his modified inner self. In death, Lelouch works with relative harmony, with just a limited handful, including his sister Nunnally, mindful of the reality behind his penance. Now on the list we have Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. In the climactic section of Attack on Titan, Eren Yeager meets his powerful end on account of his nearest friends. Overwhelmed in the calamitous fight against the Shining Centipede, the source of all Titans, Eren faces Mikasa, Armin, and Levi. As Mikasa conveys a definitive blow, executing Eren's human structure, a clashing second unfurls when she imparts a last kiss to him. The story affirms Eren's irreversible death. In the repercussions, Mikasa conveys Eren's head to Armin, who laments the misfortune with tears. Understanding that Eren's activities during the rumbling preclude a proper funeral, Mikasa leaves the war zone, holding Eren's head. The ending sequence uncovers a grave future. 3 years have passed since the end of the world, and Eren's resting underneath the tree on Paradis represents the conclusion of a fierce period. Coming up next, at number 04, Jiraiya from Naruto Shippuden. In Naruto Shippuden episode 133, The Tale of Jiraiya the Gallant, the unbelievable ninja Jiraiya meets his shocking downfall in a savage fight against his previous protege, Nagato, who has turned into the head of the Akatsuki clan. As Jiraiya defies Nagato, presently employing the overwhelming force of the 6 Paths of Pain, the showdown grows into a frightening battle. Regardless of Jiraiya's unrivaled expertise, the staggering cloud of Nagato's capabilities demonstrates unrealistic expectations. The fight negatively affects Jiraiya as he boldly battles against the staggering power of his adversary. In his last minutes, Jiraiya's assurance radiates through as he utilizes the last remains of his strength to carve a coded message onto the rear of his reliable frog buddy, Fukasaku. This message fills in as a fundamental sign for Naruto in revealing the genuine character of Pain and disentangling the secrets encompassing the Akatsuki. Jiraiya's soul lives on, a demonstration of his perseverance through his influence on the Naruto universe. Moving on to the number 03, the death of the beloved character of one of the best anime series, Portgas D. Ace of One Piece. In One Piece, the Marineford War arc unfurls with the terrible end of Portgas D. Expert, a significant moment that leaves a permanent imprint on the series. Caught and confronting public execution, Ace's departure is coordinated by Whitebeard, who willingly sacrifices himself to ensure Ace's freedom. Despite this, the defining moment happens when Admiral Akainu heaves incitements, lighting Ace's defensive impulses towards his younger brother, Luffy. In a sacrificial demonstration of courage, Expert blocks Akainu's destructive assault focused on Luffy, bringing about magma-caused fatal injuries. The story repeats the topic of penance and genuine love, setting Ace's heritage as a darling and tragic figure in One Piece. At number 02, we have one of the saddest death moments in the history of the anime series, the death of Nina Tucker of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. In Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, the awful demise of Nina Tucker remains one of the series' most emotionally charged minutes. Nina, a blameless and bright young girl, turns into an accidental casualty of her dad Sho Tucker's dull catalytic trials. The horrifying realization that Nina has been permanently altered confronts the Elric brothers, who return to witness the horrific outcome. Nina's shocking destiny fills in as a powerful sign of the ethical intricacies inside the universe of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Coming up next at number 1, the saddest death scene that makes everyone cry. It's the moment when we see Setsuko's demise in the grave of the Fireflies. In Grave of the Fireflies, Setsuko's sad demise unfolds as a sad result of the brutal, real factors of war and post-war Japan. The film's initial scene portrays Seita and different kids surrendering to starvation at a train station, establishing the dismal vibe. Setsuko's falling apart condition turns out to be more severe, with the specialist uncovering her unhealthiness. Despite his young age, Seita bravely tries to provide for Setsuko, but the effects of starvation are too much to overcome. The powerful depiction of Setsuko's incoherence, eating marbles and daydreaming, highlights the overwhelming effect of battle on guiltless lives, making a permanent imprint on the Grave of the Fireflies story scene. Well, with this, we have come to the end of this video. Kindly share which scene makes you cry the most, and is there any moment that we missed? Do share that in the comments section below.